And basically the question is to explain what the role of the office was in the critical stage, in preparatory stage, even though it's beyond preparation, it's part of the actual process of Matan Torah, which is, the question he asked was, the Medrash said that the office, their avodah, is akin to reiches, aroma, whereas our avodah, shemen turak shmecha, our avodah is akin to not the aroma of the fragrant oil, but the oil itself. But the question he asked was that fragrance, the Inyan of aroma, beruchni yisoinyan, begashmius, therefore also. Begashmius, we see that fragrance touches on the etzem, the essence of the soul. When a person faints, when nothing else works, not food, drink, or even medication, but fragrance will restore the soul because it draws gilui etzem. It draws on the soul essence. That's what fainting means. The essence is present, but there's no manifestation. So this draws on the essence to express itself, to re-engage the body. So the obvious were mamshich the etzem. So what's missing? Why is that not enough? They drew on the essence of godliness, the essence of Torah. So he started to explain at great length and very profound what they did, what their critical avodah is. And to try and summarize it now in a few sentences. And hopefully we're learning Pshat right in the Maimer. Be'ezus Hashem. So the Inyan is as follows. Now that what I'm saying, the Maimer does not spell out in black and white at all, but it seems that this is the Kavanah. Conceivably, the process of creation could have gone this way, which I'm about to describe, but did not. And what is that? So the Eibishter himself, Atzmusa Yisborech, is beyond creator. We're clear, we've explained that concept over and over again, beyond creator. Good, so now the Eibishter decides to be a creator, to descend, to use metaphoric language, onto the plane of becoming a creator. It's a Yerida decision that God decides to be emanator. Creator means producer. Mo'er, luminary, produces light. God is not a luminary. We mean this even in the most profound spiritual sense. He's not the source of light in the sense that emanations must come from him. As we explained at length, and we were getting tired of hearing this, tired. Hope not. There is not the possibility of mo'er and oir or anything. It's only because the Eibishter chose, God can do anything, and that's what he did. Now, conceivably and logically, the process, so he decided to create. Good. So what would be the process? So the Eibishter manifests Oir Ein Sof, means he becomes he descends onto the plane of luminary, then the Tzimtzum, producing Seder Shtalshalus, and at the end, Eilam Hazeh. Was that clear? That's how you would think it would go? But that's not how it went. If it went like this, then it would come out, so what do you want? He wants to create. He decided to become a creator. And he creates Ishtalshalus and Eilam Hazeh. That's not what happened. Why? Let's work backwards. Because the Kavanah Pnimius is not that he decided to be a creator. Please appreciate the beauty and the depth of what we're learning now on the eve of Mashiach's coming, because for the longest time, that's who God was for everybody. Creator, beginning and end of story. Gaman. Bereshis bara Elokim es hashamayim v'ha'aretz. That's the introductory statement. God created, so God created. He's the creator. That's his referred to. The Bnei Shalom, the Bashefa, the creator. So that's true. That hasn't changed. He still is the creator, of course. What are we saying here? That the Kavanah is not simply that he decided to be created. The what? Yes. Never then. But else if not, hey, hello, there's a creation. Is that not what the point is? That's what the Malachim think. No? You want to fill in the blank? So what is the Kavanah then? What is Nizgala now before Mashiach comes through Chassidus, starting with the Arizal, Baal Shem Tov, and then all the Rebbeim, and finally our Rebbe, stronger, deeper, more powerful, more real, more immediate, more critical, more this truth the world desperately needs to hear, and it's the answer to every angst and longing and illness. What is the answer? So what? Yes, is the Kavanah. Not to create, not to become a creator and produce this beautiful h'tshel and Elam Hazeh. No, the Vosya is in one sentence. The Kavanah Pnimius, the inner desire, is that the Eibusha desired that his creation should know that he's not a creator, that he's beyond creator. That Gilui Atzmusai, that the essence of Hashem, which is beyond creator, be revealed to creation. And that happens only by a Yid, Lamata in Elam Hazeh, to connect Atzmusai Yisbarech, the very essence of God, beyond creator, beyond Moir, beyond the infinite one, beyond all description. And through the Yid, connecting and revealing Atzmos Lamata, this retroactively illuminates all of Seder H'tshel with this truth, this shocking truth. That's the Kavanah. Is that somewhat clear? Does it make any sense at all? We're saying the Kavanah is not that creation should acknowledge there's a creator. And that's a big achievement too. That's a big achievement. To acknowledge there's a creator, live in harmony with the creator, and see all creation as the handiwork of God, an expression of godliness and its beauty. That's a religion right there. It's a nice religion. Makes for many nice religions, one way or another. They're all very nice. They're all very religious and very spiritual, and very beautiful and very harmonious. But that's not the Kavanah Pnimius. The Kavanah Pnimius is to reveal in our lives and in the world the truth of who He is, and that is beyond Creator completely. Atzmos. I want you to know me, says God. So as we said, and putting this in different language, despite the fact you were told all your life, be a mensch, and that's the beginning and end all, I'm sorry to tell you it's not. It's be a godly mensch, a sacred mensch. Reveal the sacred in your menschlichkeit. Be godly and bring godliness into your goodness and make the goodness godly. So before we go further into and get lost in the words here, is this somewhat clear? Huh? Yeah. And that's why he went on to, so they went on to explain in the Maimer as follows, that what happened in the process of creation, there's a step that now we understand that otherwise, it doesn't seem necessary. What's that step? When the Eibishter, it's not what I'm saying is not in the Maimer, David. It's not there. It's not there. When the Eibishter made the Mokim Cholol, so what's the process? The process is that the Eibishter manifests this Ein Sof Baruch Hu. This is all from Eitz Chaim. Then he creates the Mokim Cholol, this vacuum, removing his presence to the side, literally. That's what it says. So we would expect, so what's the next step after that? That's like the great primal tzimtzum. So now project the kav. Project, what do you want? You want to produce a Seder Yishtalshalus. So now project your light, your divine presence into this Mokim Cholul, into this spiritual vacuum. The word spiritual is a wrong term also, because it's not, anyway. We don't have language, so we say spiritual. Into this vacuum, and create a Seder Yishtalshalus, at the end of which is Elam Hazeh Gashmi, the universe. Finished, come on. It's not what happened after creating the Mokim Cholul. He then, his infinite presence fills the Mokim Cholul. His infinite presence, his being, is filling the Mokim Cholul. But wait a second. Your whole point is, the Mokim Cholul is you want to create a Tzimtzum and Ishtalshalus and a whole hierarchy, a whole ladder of divinity, higher and lower, closer, further. Just get straight to the job. Just project this graded light that produces a Seder Ishtalshalus. That's what it is. A graded line, a kav. Kav means a line. A line means there's points on it, higher and lower. That's what you want. You want to create all kinds of beautiful worlds, higher and lower. A whole orderly, beautiful Ishtalshalus. Why did you fill this Mokim Cholul at the outset? And the answer is, because I want in this Mokim Cholul not just to know me as creator, which is a ha'ora and a tzimtzum and a reflection, but know me. So therefore, in this Mokim Cholul, where creation will emerge, his presence, Giloy Atzmos, is present. As much as Giloy, he says in the brackets, whatever. And so that, in simple language, it means that you will access me in creation. L'cha'ira, friends, let's hit the pause button for a second. This is also reflected, I'm thinking about this, in the following. It's a simple, much more simple way of expressing all this. The Parshas Veschanon, when Matan Torah is reviewed by Moishe Rabbeinu, he describes the Eibishter's voice as being Koil Godol V'lo Yosef, a big voice that has a great voice that has no end. It's famous Sikha, and the Medrash says, what does it mean? You all learned it. It's very classical. What does it mean that it had no end? That it didn't have an echo. So the Rebbe says, so what's the point? Answer is, it means Baruchnius. What's an echo? An echo means that the voice bounces off the wall, or whatever it is. Recording studio, as you all know, what's the point of it? That they create this room that the walls are made with tapestries and all kinds of, that absorb as much as, it's always an echo, it's impossible not. But as much as possible, the ear shouldn't hear the voice bouncing, it's completely absorbed. So what is the Vart? So the Vart is, before Matan Torah, the Ruchnius and Gashmius, they don't mix. The whole point of Matan Torah is they wish to remove this natural division between Ruchnius and Gashmius, and now by Matan Torah, his presence saturated Elam Hazeh Gashmius no echo, and through every mitzvah we could access him. And every mitzvah became megale likus. That's in general, without going into dargis. Just speaking ruchnis and shemayim va'aretz. In the words of the Medrash, the famous Medrash, David the Melech said, you created the world with the gzeira, that elyonim l'mayil and tachtonim l'mata. Heaven and earth, incompatible. That's the most logical division possible. You can't get ruchnis into gashmias. You can't put an idea into this cup. Nonsense. Put an idea into a cup. An idea is not pure ruchnis. An idea is part of Elam Hazeh. And even that can't get into a physical object. Here began to put on film in a moment. This is kedusha. This is insanity. It's holiness. This is the leather box. Shabbos is holy. So till Chassidus, there's no kasha. This is all symbolic. Even Bemis, it's not even till Chassidus. Because halach is, it's holy. But however that was understood. But it was, at the end of the day, when pressed, what's the pshat? It's a symbol. It's a holy symbol. No, it's not a holy symbol. It is holy. This physical object, this physical day, this physical guf to the bris. How does this happen? It's an impossible alliance. Bli gvul and gvul. You can't get infinite into finite. You can't even get bigger into smaller. I can't put a liter of coffee into my cup. And they're both gvul. You can bli gvul into the cup. So this was the gzeira that existed before Matan Torah, which is the most logical division between spirit and matter. Between ruchnis and gashmish, shemayim v'aretz. Then you gave the Torah, says David the Melech in the Medrash, and you mevatel the gzeira, v'ani ha'maschel, v'yirid Hashem al har Sinai, v'al Moishe omar el ha'olikim, the fusion of heaven and earth begins. But how does it begin? By the empowerment. By first, there was no echo. By Hashem descending, that's the first step. Vayered aval har Sinai, and I'm now accessible. That's Musa, Yisborech, is accessible now in every aspect of creation. So now he's saying, we're learning here is that that's a replay concretely of the original process of creation where Atzmusa, the Gil of Atzmusa was in the Makim HaCholo. It's just playing out and playing out and playing out and playing out. Culminating when Mashiach comes. Why? Again, in summary, because to distill this, what's he saying? What he's saying? He's saying to distill this. The kavanah that the Eibusha desires is that not we should simply know him as creator, which is huge, again, achievement, but that we should know and connect and be intimately with Atzmusa Yisborech in every detail of our life, and for that he gave Torah and mitzvahs. So what did the Ovis do? Ovis is that primal stage. The Ovis, his whole big question was that they are Mamshech Atzmusa Yisborech. So what did the Ovis do? As we said in the previous year, and we'll say it now, end with this and keep on going, we'll never end. What the Ovis accomplished is this fundamental truth that Atzmos can be known. Can be known. Will be known by us through every dogged mitzvah we do. But that he can be known. That Atzmusa Yisborech wants to be known and revealed. So they were mamshich the etzem of Torah in the Inyan of I can be known. I will be known when the Yid goes and does the mitzvah and is mamshich me in every aspect of Elam Hazeh. That's l'chayda, that's what he's saying. Let's see inside my middle page. On the page you have. Is there a page you downloaded? What do you have? The end of voice downloaded.
I think we're holding by the line.
Yes, folks. Yeah. Oh, no, I can't hear anybody. You're all. Don't know why. Muted.
We're 2 lines below Ha'ara.
Nod, thumbs up.
We're right in the line of Ha'ara 24. Beginning of the line Ha'ara 24.
Derech, let's begin. We're going to begin now after number 23. Well, there is a Yuvan, yeah? I think you have the same layout as me. It's 4 lines from the top of the page. Yes, yes or no, fellas? No, different layout.
Rishon Aleph, about 7 lines up from the bottom.
Oh, okay, if it can be different layout than me. All right. So, but it's by the number, it's just past the number order 23. Well, there is a Yuvan Gamba Matan Torah. Shall you days? What's the whole point of Matan Torah? Oisi atem loikhim. This is a Zohar. The Zohar says on the words v'yikhuli truma. You shall take from me truma. And the question is, you don't take from me truma, you give truma. Not v'yitnu. You give truma to the kohen. What the truma here means, the various donations to the Mishkan. What's v'yikhul? So the famous Zohar. That truma is oisius Torah mem. Torah that was given 40 days. V'yikhuli, you take me, oisi atem loikhim. What's the oisi, the me? I, beyond the divine intelligence, beyond creator, beyond the glorious manifestations and attributes that Hashem has chosen to project in order to produce this world, and we should understand the process. Beyond all of that, I, the unknowable, beyond the unknowable God, you take through every mitzvah and reveal in the world. In order for that to happen, h'tchil is giloy ha'atzmos the Torah l'shem giloy. Because Torah bound up with Atzmos, as we explained, not repeat this again now in the previous year. Was it Friday? Friday we addressed the whole Etzem built in. Was it Friday?
Thursday.
When did we learn last? Whatever it was. Friday was Yom Tov, so Thursday. Etzem built in Mizgala. That essence by the definition can't be revealed. We explained that. I'm repeating it again now. And here the Eibishter is saying, yes! That the Torah itself should be known, that it can be known, that you can know my essence, even though again, Giloyim obscure at Etzem. By definition, as we explained on Thursday. If you didn't hear the shir, folks, please hear it. But the Eibush is saying now, no, I want in the Giloyim to have my essence, in all of the details of creation. So in order for that to happen, there has to be first this decision, as it were, this put into place that I can be known and Torah can be known. And then so through the fact that there is Atzmos l'shem Giloy, we're still not talking Giloy known by somebody, by someone. That's just that can be known. I will allow myself to be known, which is impossible, but I will do so. And known in my Torah, through how do we grasp him through his Torah? So that's the first critical step, and that's what the Av is with Megala. Maybe it's a line? No. And then the rest follows. Now godliness can be known in all of creation. And how is it going to work? It's going to start Elam Hazeh and backwards, and then lift all of his Ishtalshalas. Dafka through the Yid and Dafka Lamata. More about that in Ois, in the second paragraph of Oisei. Let's read the words now. Let's read the word. In order that Torah, which is rooted in one with the Eibishter, Noichi, on the Nafshi Ksovis Yehovis, right? That's what the Gemara says in Shabbos. Anoichi is not Hebrew, it's Egyptian. Why is the Torah starting? Why is God saying, not Ani, my Anoichi? So the Gemara says there, because Anoichi is Rosh Tevis, Ono, I, Nafshi, myself, Ksovis wrote it, Yehovis gave it. Says Chassidus, the deeper meaning here is, not just he's the author of the Torah, but Ono Nafshi, I myself, Ksovis, I wrote myself, Yehovis gave to you. I wrote me into the Torah. So Torah is Inyan Atzmi. So first has to be that this Inyan Atzmi which by nature is beyond revelation, this fundamental decision of the Eibishter that this can be known, I can be known, and known in my Torah. And that's what the Avos achieved. And then known, so now it's going to be known through all of Ishtalshalos. So therefore, it had to be the first thing is that Torah has to be removed, as it were, from its atzmizdika beyond revelation, natural state, etzem, built in Mizgal, as we explained on Thursday. Essence by nature cannot coexist with revelation. When you're looking at an atom, you cannot know what the atom of what. To use the atom as an example of, it's not an example, it's a manifestation of a relative essence. All things are made of atoms. Everything. Gases, solids, liquids, everything is made up of atoms. So if I show you, here's a microscope. You're looking at an atom. You're seeing the etzem. Can you know the essence of what? Built in Mizgal, if you're dealing with the atzmizdika level, it can be an atom of anything. And if you're looking at the tzir, I'm repeating again a little bit, we said the other day, if you're relating to something in its form, gas, solid, liquid, whatever it is, you are not relating to it at an atomic level. It's the atomic pattern in this way, in this tzir. Nonetheless, the Eibishter wants that the etzem should be in this gala, and this gala in the pratim, in creation, in all of the limitations of creation, and all of the manifestations of his manifestations, his giluyim and siyudim. Again, let's just read the Maamar. The Torah is described as God's object of delight. It's a pasuk. Mishlei. The Torah is talking about itself. The Torah is past tense. I used to be, says the Torah. Amun, many meanings the word amun, and the shashuyim lefanov, God's object of delight. Like I used to be atzmi, no connection to any revelation and manifestation, which is all a compromise and that. I used to be, but then he decided, no, I'm going. I, which express him, I'm going to be known by you. From the level of Shashoyim Lefanov before him, which goes on Atzmos, from that level, which is fundamentally beyond revelation, the Eibishter says, no, it should be revealed. Now, gewaldige Uftul Chiddush that the Avos did, setting in motion the whole process of the Kavanah Pnimius and Matan Torah. They were the ones that because they were Mekava, their complete bittul to the Eibishter, like a chariot, is nullified to the rider. A vehicle is expressive of the will of the rider or driver. So they, because of their bittul, they allowed for, and they were mamshich, that Torah can be known and revealed. Torah is present now. Yidden, the children will come along and learn it and access it and reveal it. Similar to the very beginning of creation, where Ein Sof to begin with is it fills this empty place because it's I. The Ein Sof, it means here, Atmos Ein Sof. It's I that I want you to know. And that symbol again, played out again. It's all played out again in no echo. It's all expression of this continuum. How did they learn Torah? They didn't learn Torah disembodied from the body. They were connecting to the guf. In other words, they were bringing it into the realm of creation, accessible. Quoting Tanya. And all they were. I'm sorry, Mr. Line here. Shema Yosei Guf Shela Ove Shekol Avereim Kulam Hoy Kedoshim Umevdolim Minyon Elam Hazeh Even on the one hand, their bodies are go compared to their bodies. Their bodies are otherworldly. They're completely separate from the world and material things. Their whole being was a vehicle only to the supernal will. Still, they were bodies in this world. And they were learning Torah in this world. So they brought Torah in. They were mamshich Torah from its, in summary, they drew Torah from its atmizdika, essential, beyond impossible revelation state, to revelation, to be accessed. So the Torah, therefore, which they revealed, is a preparation. Hachshara means readiness, made readiness. Torah is in a ready state. It's here for us to learn and do the mitzvah and transform the Gashmi and make it Kedusha. V'simen lebanim she'amshich al yedei avidosam b'chinas ha'Torah shel ha'eres ha'olamus, that they can draw into through the avodah, they can draw the Torah that illuminates the world. V'adam shachas ha'etzem, and we, this is l'ha'eres shel ha'eres ha'olamus, that's the office. So we do what the others did, and then the next stage, we draw on the etzem mamish in its full glory, God's full essential glory, which affects the transformation of the Gashmi and makes it a cheftzeh shakdush, an object of holiness. More detail, and I say exactly the difference in what the others did and what we are doing. More detail, and then Moededik, at the end of the Maimer, as it translates, friends, in marriage. Surprise, surprise.